Hello everyone, and welcome back to DET Coach's Beginner's Guide to the Duolingo English Test. In the previous lesson, we completed the scenario audio and listen and complete stages. In this lesson, we'll continue with the same question and focus on listen and respond. Each set contains 5 to 6 rounds. In each round, you hear one new line from the other speaker, and then choose your response from 5 options. You can hear each new line only once, but you can still replay the scenario audio, and the earlier conversation remains visible on the page. After listening, first decide whether the other speaker is asking a question, offering advice, or arranging the next step. Then find the option that responds directly to that line. Let's continue with the scenario from the previous lesson. The focus of the student's paper is unclear, and she needs to revise it before Friday. We now move to the first response question.
What part of the assignment feels unclear right now?
The professor asks which part of the assignment is currently unclear. The correct response is, I'm trying to connect my article notes to one focus question. This sentence states the problem directly. The student does not know how to turn her article notes into one clear research question. Some options may also contain notes, question, or focus, but if they do not answer which part is unclear, they are not appropriate responses in this round. We therefore select this option for round 1. Now listen to the professor's next line.
You can narrow it by focusing on one question about student study habits.
The professor suggests narrowing the scope to one question related to the student's study habits. The response should address that suggestion rather than introduce a different topic. The correct option is, that would give my paper a clearer direction than comparing everything. This accepts the professor's suggestion and explains that a narrower scope would give the paper a clearer direction. An option that still tries to include every study method or changes the topic to libraries and restaurants would conflict with the advice the professor has just given. Next, the professor asks what sources the student has found so far.
Do you already have sources for that smaller topic?
The question is whether the student has already found sources for the narrower topic. The correct response is, I have 2 articles and can look for one more today. The first half answers the question about the current situation. The student already has 2 articles. The second half gives the next step. She can look for one more that day. The response both answers the question and moves the paper preparation forward. Options that mention only a title, a classmate's opinion, or material unrelated to study habits do not respond to the question. Now listen to the next round.
Bring me your outline tomorrow, and we can review it together.
The professor asks the student to bring an outline the next day so they can review it together. The response must match 2 details, what the student will bring and when she will bring it. The correct response is, I'll make the outline tonight so we can use our meeting well. If the student completes the outline that night, she and the professor can review it together the next day. An option that replaces the outline with a full draft, skips the outline, or delays the task until after Friday would break the plan they have already established. For the final round, listen to the professor's advice.
If you revise the research question tonight, you should have enough time before Friday.
The professor says that if the student revises the research question that night, she will have enough time to finish the task before Friday. The key here is the order of actions. The correct response is, I'll do that first, then adjust the outline and source list. The student will revise the research question first, then adjust the outline and source list, exactly following the professor's suggested order. Other options may include question, sources, outline, or Friday, but eliminate any option that reverses the sequence or delays the work until after the deadline. If you do not choose the best response in a round, the system shows you the correct option. Read that response carefully, connect it to the conversation so far, and then continue to the next round. Do not carry forward information from the incorrect option you selected. All 5 rounds use the same decision process. First, identify the speaker's intention. Then, find a direct response. Finally, check that it is consistent with the speakers, roles, the task, the timing, and any decisions already made. Tone and wording also matter in a conversation between a student and a professor. An appropriate response should sound natural and polite and fit the relationship between the speakers. Do not choose an option that sounds overly commanding, dismissive, or offensive, even if some of its information is relevant. Do not select an answer simply because it repeats keywords from the audio. Matching keywords do not guarantee an appropriate response. Listen and complete and listen and respond share a single 6-minute and 30-second time limit, so the overall time allowed is relatively generous. When two options seem similar, stay calm and evaluate them in terms of intention, information, and tone. Do not rush simply because you are worried about time. In the next lesson, we'll continue with this conversation and learn how to summarize the conversation. I'll see you in the next lesson.